People ask me all the time, who is my role model? Who is the hero that I look up to? What entrepreneurs do I follow? Well, I don't actually follow a lot of other entrepreneurs. I have a handful of role models I look up to in the business world, and Jack Ma is definitely one of them. You see, I'm fortunate enough that I have the ability to read Chinese. All the books, every single book written by Jack Ma, written about Jack Ma, I have probably read them. Maybe because his background as a poor English teacher, he's always very compelling and persuasive and very articulate, a great public speaker, a visionary. And me as a global educator, that teacher's heart I could relate. Today, we're gonna talk about Jack Ma's rules of success.
Remember my first time in Time magazine? They call me Crazy Jack. And I think crazy is good. We are crazy, but we're not stupid. So many people I talked to at that time for Alipay, they say, this is the stupidest idea you have ever got. But I say, I don't care the stupid or clever, as long as people use it. Now we have 800 million people using this Alipay.
Well, just like when I was younger, people think I'm crazy and they think I'm brash and they think I'm a little bit out of the box. Well, when you're successful, then they call you eccentric. They call you, you were so innovative, right? It's the difference between success and failure. When you're successful, nobody cares. All your ideas, they're being validated. So I totally agree with Jack. I love what he said when he says, focus on the user. As long as you're focusing on the user, your customers, and they love it, that's all that matters. Sometimes all your competitors, all the other naysayers, they don't quite understand and they don't see your vision.
I think opportunity is everywhere. Honestly, when people think about internet is the future, 10 years ago, internet was so good. When nobody believed internet was so good. Now internet is so tough because all the smart people go to internet. So you should go to the off ground.
So I think when it comes to opportunities, I do believe in that. A certain degree, I think we create our own opportunities, but also being a good entrepreneur, being a visionary, it's being able to see the opportunities before anyone else. Just like my other videos, I talk about the blue ocean. How do you create that blue ocean opportunity, identify that, and take advantage of that before anyone else?
This is one of the secret sauce of Alibaba is that we have 49, almost 47% of the employees in our company are women. And if any country, any company, if you want to make your company excellent, you should have hire more women.
All the business, like bad business partnerships I've ever had in the past, they're all men. The ones that are very successful, they are woman partners. So, and also I wouldn't be where I am today without my wife, Jenny. Absolutely, our company, our organization, really it's woman that has all the major buying power. In terms of like husband and wife, if I want to buy a new house, guess what? I got to talk to the wife. I'm buying a new car, I got to talk to the wife, right? Even though you might think, oh, maybe the husband, it's bringing in the money. Well, guess what? It's the wife that makes the buying decision. In closing, in sales, I teach all my students, sell to the wife. The husband can't move forward without the wife saying yes. Sell to the wife, and the wife says yes, it's a done deal.
Because I believe one thing, when you have a cup of $2 or $3 million, that money belong to you. When you have $20 million, you have problems about money depreciation, you should buy this stock or that stock. When you have more than $100 million, $1 billion, that money does not belong to you. It's the social responsibility. People trust you, ask you to manage the money better. So that was the thinking. And then we decided, we say we should make an economy that is big enough with that economy, we can enable every young people, every small business, every woman, globally. They want a global buy, global sell, global deliver, global pay, and global travel with the technology we're giving. We can create 100 million jobs for the world. Today, we create 33 million jobs for China.
That's very, very powerful. And I think in the beginning of my career, at first, why I started my own business is because I wanted to support my mom. Once I have enough income coming in that I'm able to support my mom, support my family, support myself, then it's about kind of living that lifestyle, right? I want that car, I want that house. Once you also accomplish that, then it goes into something bigger. Now it's about the company, about the team, right? And then once you get bigger than that, then it's about now solving bigger problem. With me, that's why if you study my work, if for my students, you will know that the way that I'm building my organization, it's not just Dan Law organization. It's about just offering product and service. Really what I am doing with everything that I do, I'm building an ecosystem where you help not just yourself, but the people around you, creating opportunities, creating a better lifestyle, creating more abundance for them. Because when you have the skill as an entrepreneur, you actually have the skill set. This is something, probably the most important lesson I learned from Jack Ma. It's think bigger and create an ecosystem. Apple, it's not a cell phone company. It builds an entire ecosystem that helps the manufacturer to make money. It helps the vendor to make money. It helps the app developer to make money. It helps artists to make money, right? That's an ecosystem. It's not just one thing. So that's profound.
That is the innovation of the colleagues, of the people. So I'm not knowing the technology, we hire the best technician. We do not know the finance, we hire the best. We respect, we work, and that really make the business grow.
Business is a team sport. It's not a sport that you play on your own, because that doesn't matter how good you are, how talented you are. As a leader, it is not about you doing all the work. It's about you having the vision, knowing exactly, figure out what are the most important critical drivers within a business, and then you find the team that can execute that vision, execute your vision, and turn that into reality.
I believe always small is beautiful. If nobody help the small guys, we can use internet to help the small guys. Our philosophy is always this: if you can help others successful, and then you will be successful.
Myself, continue to make most of my money serving small business, individuals, people, my students. Small percentage come from big companies, but a majority of my wealth comes from working with small business.
We would love to have great students from Tel Aviv, from Tsinghua, or Harvard. But the most important is that you find the people with the fighting spirit, learning spirit. And this is what we hire people for, not because which school you're from.
Oh, this I absolutely, totally agree, because within my company, we never hire based on resumes. We don't look at the resumes. We look at your attitude. We look at see the culture fit and what talents you can bring to the table, or skills we could also develop. We can train, but attitude and culture, that is number one. Culture is the most important. So it doesn't matter if they have MBA or they have a degree. Myself, I never went to university. So that has nothing to do with what Jack was talking about. Your learning spirit, your fighting spirit, that hunger. Anyone, any skill, if someone wants it badly, they could develop. But I cannot teach them culture.
And then year 2002 and 3, 4, I spent a lot of time training our people with the value, mission, and professionalism. And then we got more managers, more leaders than most of the other startups. Then we started to do better. It's not about business model. Later, it's about create values for the others. And that is very good advice for me.
Technology might change, your product might change, your service might change, but if you have the right people in place, the right culture, you can work together as a team, you can pivot, you can innovate, you can adopt. So it's people driven, it's customer centric. When you are focusing on the customer, when you're focusing on people, focusing on your team, that's what makes the company grow. And that's what makes the company stay. That's how you can sustain that growth.
The future of e-commerce is C2B, consumer to business. The world is changing. It's not a B2B, it's not a B2C, it's not a C2C, it's C2B, consumer to business. Because we have a large amount of consumers, the consumers can ask, can say, I want a tailor-made. I want large scale tailor-made. And this makes the e-commerce in China fundamentally changed.
I think this is the most important tip out of all of them, where how you set direction for your company. Meaning, what does that mean? It's not B2B, it's not B2C, C2B, meaning that consumers now they're more demanding than ever. That they want it the way that exactly they want it. They want to consume content exactly how they want, where they want, from whatever a technology, a computer that they want. You know, they choose to watch a show without interruption, without ads. They want to do that, right? They want to watch it from the iPad. They want to watch it from the iPhone. They want to watch it from the TV. They want to be able to do that. That it's up to them. They want to buy and they want to consume on their own terms. Meaning companies, organizations, we need to be able to fulfill that need. If you are still going the model of, oh, you know what, this is what we have, this is what we created, and you should buy some, that model doesn't work. People want to buy on their own terms and they want to spend money on their own terms. So as a company, as your company, organization, how do you do that? Even Coca-Cola, you can see now one of the very successful campaigns that they've done, they personalize the Coca-Cola with people's name. You've seen that before, with their first name. Why? That's now the personalization. That's what's working. Even as big, as broad as Coca-Cola, you need to think about how do you custom tailor the needs of your customers. So there you go. Those are the rules of success from Jack Ma. If you want to see more of these type of videos from me, Dan Lok, comment below. I'll see what other leaders, what other entrepreneurs that I follow. You want to hear from their perspective, and you also want to hear from my perspective. Comment below and type in the entrepreneurs you want me to comment next.